Hey guys, it's Eric with Milwaukee Minute. I apologize. We are here throwing strikes, getting likes, hitting dingers, getting listeners. I just had to laugh at myself to start this because I tried to start this about 4 times on the recording before it actually went through and worked. So that's just a little humor on my side there, I guess. Like that's funny. I tried to do it, and then I actually got a minute in, and then I looked up at the corner. And I'm like, oh, the record button is. I didn't hit it. So podcast humor, you wouldn't get it if you were unless you had the software I do and you were try to record. If you've ever tried to record any kind of video and you forget to press the record button, it's always disappointing when you realize it when you've talked for a good 5 minutes. So we're going to talk about today's opening day game, any existing news, anything going on. We're no longer just going to be reading news stories to you on the Miller Park Minute podcast. So that's great news because some of these videos have been a little harder to do just because there wasn't good news to report. We're going to talk about the news every day, but the news may be different stories. It may be different storylines. And it's going to be about actual baseball. I was just up until this. My wife called me out and she's like, "Are you going to record your podcast?" I was just sitting enjoying some baseball games, watching the Angels. So that being said, let's get into the topic. So every game we are going to break down the good, the bad, and the downright ugly. Unfortunately, today's opening day was not the product we wanted to see. Stroman kind of owned us a little bit, but we'll talk about that. We'll talk about the good, bad, and ugly of this game. And then we'll talk about the other games around the league and any other additional news. We'll kind of scoreboard watch all together, talk about my favorites, your favorites, and the league in general. So this baseball season got off to a bang. First home run was smashed by Aaron Judge. Of course, the Yankees game was the first game on, so it goes without saying that that was going to happen. Could have happened. It was a better opportunity, better chance to happen. I guess I will put it that way. Before we get into the podcast, of course, we are everywhere you find podcasts, 5:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. We enjoy talking baseball. We enjoy talking to different podcasts. We welcome guests of all kinds. This is what we do. We love to talk baseball, and we're going to do it every day. We are on Apple, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Google, Amazon, Pocket Cast, Radio Public, Twitter. We post live videos to Twitter. We post to Facebook. Miller Park Minute and the Milwaukee Brewers is a Facebook group. Miller Minute on Twitter at me. We're also on Instagram and Rumble. So if you want to see video content or of any different variety, I also did some TikTok videos. I mean, they're not that great, but whatever. There's content everywhere. If you want to find me, look up the Miller Park Minute on your favorite channel. If we're not there, we might be there in the future. So let's get into this game, though. Let's talk about it. There was some good, there was some bad, and then there's some downright ugly things, of course. So I'm going to say this every day. I think the good, we did see Corbin Burnes bounce back after he gave up 4 runs. He only had 3 strikeouts. So prior to this, prior starts for Corbin Burnes, 2021, he went 58 batters before he gave up a walk. Pretty big number. That was a record. 2022, he gave up 2 walks before he had a strikeout. 2023, he had 3 walks and a hit by pitch before he had his first strikeout. So just odd statistics. I found that on the interwebs today. I think Dom Contronio tweeted it out. Strzelecki, clean inning. Varland, clean. No earned runs. He gave up 2 hits. But good debut for Varland. Welcome to the show, Gus Varland. We appreciate you. You did have a strikeout. And then Guerra came in, cleaning, no hits. 1 strikeout. So the pitching was all right. I mean, 4 earned runs is not that bad of an outing. It's not like we got blown away today. The other positives that I'm going to highlight is we did not have a lot of Brewers hits, but there was a few. So 4 hits on the day total, 0 runs. The Cubs had 6 hits and 4 runs. So I mean, it wasn't a big hit differential. It's not like they hit a ton. It was all in that one inning. Brice Turang, we're going to highlight. Brice Turang did have his first major league hit, so welcome to the show, kid. You got a hit on the board already. Anderson got a hit. William Contreras got one, and so did Willie Adames. The rest of them went over today. So that being said, I mean, not a lot to highlight in the whole hitting department. The office just didn't score. We had an opportunity with the bases loaded. Rowdy hit into a double play. Unfortunate. That's what I call unfortunate. Now, the bad of this game was, of course, the one inning where things went awry. And that's the tough part. The tough breaks sometimes, and sometimes you have things go poorly. You saw Swanson go 3 for 4. That's also part of the bad. Ian Happ went 1 for 2 walks, and then run. And then the downright ugly of today's game is the starting pitching performance by Marcus Stroman. It wasn't ugly on his part, but it was ugly for us. So that's what the ugly is always going to be. It's going to be, what is the worst thing that happened to us? We allowed Marcus Stroman to go 6 innings, only giving up 3 hits, no runs, and striking out 8. We struck out 12 times. That's the other ugly, downright ugly today, is we struck out 12 times. Not a good first look. Not a good first game. And these aren't overreactions. These are just the good, the bad, and the ugly. These are the things that happened today that made the game what it was. Some days there'll be many good, some days there'll be many bad, and some days there'll be many downright ugly. This is the root of a 162 game season, is you're not going to be perfect every night. So let's chalk this one up. We can still win 161 more of these things. I love and hate that joke. I love and hate it. Love and hate it. There's good and bad to that joke. There's a lot of time left in this season. So let's keep on rolling on. I'm gonna roll into the news and notes around opening day. Crew feels no pressure as crucial campaign kicks off. Basically, Adam McCovey wrote a piece today, 5:10 Central, so just this evening. And he said Corbin Burnes didn't get hit hard, but he didn't miss many bats. He didn't get help from the defense. Brewers hitters tallied 4 singles, no runs. The highlight of the 55th opening day in franchise history was Brice Turang showing up at the ballpark in a suit and tie and legging out an infield single on his first at bat in the big leagues. Rule 5 reliever Gus Varland stranding the bases loaded in his own major league debut during the 4-0 loss. So, let's see if there's any news and notes at the bottom. No, there is not. I'm not going to read every post-game thing. I just spinning your wheels on losses. I did this last year on opening day, and I said not overreacting, and I'm not going to overreact. I'm not going to overread into this game. This is just one of 50 to 60 more of these things we got to lose. No, at my projection at 90 wins, we still got to lose 70, something like that. Anyways, yeah, that's about it for news there. Let's go over to the Brewer Fanatic webpage, where you can see this lovely mug. The Brewers season preview video is out. I didn't hype it. I didn't really promote it. So if you wanted to see me talk about the season preview, I did do 23 things for the 2023 season, and none of them include sausages, Smirks, Bob Euchre, anything like that. They're all stat-based driven predictions that I have for the 2023 season. So if you want to look at that, they're all homer picks. So judge me not. It's fun. I'm a Brewers fan. I wear it on my sleeve. It's literally tattooed on my skin right there. So that being said, check out the 5 bold predictions for Matthew Trueblood. He really put some good work into it. I'm not going to read them to you. Of course, you got the game, the X factors in the farm system, talking about different players in the farm. Then there's a look at the last 10 World Series, the bold predictions, like I talked about. And there was a nice article about the day before opening day. All right. So that half of the episode is done. We've talked Brewers baseball. I no longer have a baseball game on in the background because YouTube copyrights, baby. MLB likes to claim their content even if you are airing a small corner of it on your screen. So that being said, top 9 opening day moments so far. Let's cover them. What do you think they are? I can tell you the first one. Out even clicking on the article. Well, I see it now because I do click on it as I was saying it, but it's Aaron Judge's home run. There was no hesitation in Aaron Judge's game. There was no shame in it. There's nothing wrong with it. He cranked out a bunch of homers last year, breaking the AL single season home run record. He's obviously on pace to do it again. And first at bat after signing an extension, a massive contract, being one of the richest players. Adam Wainwright singing the national anthem. If you guys have not seen this video, go look it up. So the Cardinals were lined up. Everybody was lined up and then they were getting ready to announce the I'm just laughing thinking about it. They were getting ready to announce, and they're like, oh, the new hot and upcoming singer, and then they went in to announce Adam Wainwright singing, and he got out of the line and walked over and sang the national anthem, and he was good. He did really well. It was amazing. So if you haven't got a chance, go look up that video. Game of the day, Blue Jays and the Cardinals. Blue Jays outlasted the Cardinals in a wild opener. That was a back and forth game. It was really fun to watch. If you got MLB TV, or if you even just want to go to the film room and watch some of these clips, MLB has this awesome feature called the film room where you can see all the clips you want from the action. Adley Rutschman goes deep 5 for 5. Goes deep in a 5 for 5 afternoon. So he hit a homer and he went 5 for 5. Amazing. Yankees fans welcoming Velope. That's number 5. O'Neal Cruz turns a 101 mile an hour pitch from Hunter Green and smacks it out of the park. The Rangers erupt in the 4th. David Robertson gets the job done. So David Robertson got the save today for the Mets. He obviously is replacing Edwin Diaz. If you don't know about this storyline, he got hurt. Edwin Diaz got hurt celebrating in the World Baseball Classic. Part of the reason some of the writers hate the World Baseball Classic right now. Marcus Stroman made history as being the first person to be awarded a pitch clock violation ball, and that was in our game. So that was great. Those are the news and notes of the top moments so far. Obviously, there's games in progress right now. I'm talking about Cubs' brand new brand of Northside Baseball. So injuries for the day. Justin Verlander got injured. Looks like injured due to an upper arm injury diagnosed as a low-grade teres major sprain. Max Fried departed his opening day start against the Nationals on Thursday due to a left hamstring. Wilson. I said it right that time. Wilson Contreras exited his debut with his new club Thursday after taking a 102 mile an hour sinker from reliever Jordan Hicks to the right knee. Let's see. X-rays taken were negative, diagnosed with a contusion. So he's got contusion. Bard of the Rockies placed on a 15-day injured list for the season over, was classified as anxiety. Interesting. Michael Brantley, Hunter Brown, Jordan Alonso, I should say. They were all just late scratches. Should have been prior to opening day, but they were all late scratches. Soto had a oblique strain. Will be in the Padres opening day lineup. Play left field. Musgrove, broken toe, will join the team in San Diego for opening day festivities before returning to Arizona. Rhys Hoskins, Joey Votto, Suzuki, Liam Hendricks, Tristan McKenzie, Carlos Rodon of the Yankees. So those are injured stars for today. DeGrom struggled his first outing in the Rangers, but then they erupted, so it was okay. Jordan Walker makes MLB history today. Walker, baseball's number 4 prospect, is ranked by MLB Pipeline, reported spring training life this season. 20-year-old non-roster invitee who'd never played above Double-A, but when he debuted on Thursday, went 1 for 5, recording his first career RBI as the Cardinals right fielder in a 10-9 loss to the Blue Jays. Achieved more than just a personal milestone. Became the youngest player to make his debut at 20 years old. Prior to that, it was the great Albert Pujols. So let's talk about the scores around the league on this opening day. What a day. All right, so there are quite a few games still in progress, so we don't have to cover those ones just yet. We'll talk about them in brief, but you probably already know the results. Okay, so today the White Sox beat the Astros 3-2. The Mets beat the Marlins 5-3. The Twins beat the Kansas City Royals 2-0. The Tigers Tigers got beat by McClanahan and the Tampa Bay Rays. The Rangers beat the Phillies. The Pirates beat the Reds. The Blue Jays went on to beat the Cardinals. We talked about that matchup. That was really, really good game. Brewers obviously got beat 4-0 by the Cubs. The Orioles came out swinging today with 15 hits, 10 runs over the Boston Red Sox. Hanging the loss on Kluber. Giants lost to the Yankees 5-0. The Braves beat the Nationals 7-2. And let's talk about what's in progress as we speak. All right, so right now Colorado is losing to the Padres 2-1. Nothing in the Angels and Athletics. 2-2 in the Dodgers and Diamondbacks. and nothing in the Mariners Guardians game. So, lots of action, guys. Lots of action. I enjoyed some baseball today. I really got the radio version, and it kind of, there's not as much hype around the non-opening day when it's not at home. I didn't feel the buzz around the city. I didn't feel as much as I will next week. Next week on Monday when it is opening day, we're going to do some live video. We'll be talking about it constantly, maybe on the Twitter. We're going to try and do these podcasts or record after games. Just depends on where I am in my work schedule. I'm listening to every game or watching every game in every aspect. And a lot more of these happen at nights, so usually I'll be home if I'm not coaching my kids' little league team. So that's what these episodes are now going to be about. They're going to be about game action. We may pick a topic here and there, but it's mostly going to cover game action. And then when I go to games, we'll do from the park versions of the podcast. So that being said, guys, that is all I've got for you. Happy opening day. If I didn't say it already, I think I already said it early this morning, but still happy opening day. We got a couple more opening days to enjoy. So a couple more being, Monday. But anyways, guys, thank you for watching the Miller Park Minute. Thank you for the support. I've got a lot of videos in the backlog. I did like 4 or 5 videos the last couple of days. So if you want to go back and watch those, go back and watch the backlog. I'm trying to single out so there's more bite-sized content. I did put the Butchers podcast in a specific list. Any special guests, whether it been Dom or Tim Dillard or any of the guys that we've had on, those are under the special guest podcast. Just make it a little more searchable in the content for you guys. So I appreciate you all. Have a great night. We'll catch you in the next episode, which we don't got a game tomorrow, so we'll just talk baseball. All right, guys. Have a great night. Thanks for watching. Go Brewers.
Thank you for watching the Miller Park Minute. Go Brewers.